Today I will tell about a little bit how to make the societal change happen. Like I remember Camilla at least raised the issue how to promote the societal changes. It's not easy. Changes doesn't happen automatically. Most of the changes we are facing happens because of the outside forces. So we are adapting to changes happening because of the economical or political reasons. So that's the normal story, but now we have to think how we, proactively promote positive changes, how we can do it. So my own background, so I had two kind of major challenges in my professional life. Once when Finland, where I'm coming from, was joining European Union. So all the, public funding systems were changed. So we have to do the programming for changes. And then I was put in charge in my region, actually how to organize that. So I worked in the decade with business communities, with educational establishments, universities, many actors, local governments, and so on. And we had a bunch of money at one moment. Previously, the money was behind politicians and mayors and this sort of people. And suddenly, this kind of money was like behind me. So I came also like a little bit like enemy for those who were feeling that I was stolen the power from them. But actually, I was working for the societies. And I went to businesses and universities and across, and they said exactly the same what someone in today said that when they came to ask some micro-rayon inhabitants that what should be done here so that they go away. So they only said that we need the money, that's what we need. But they didn't have nothing else to say, only we need money and then everything will be okay, but that's not right. So at the time, so I, with my team, we invented a model when we can engage industry professionals to promote the changes. So these are the change agents. And so this work resulted many new developments in Finland. As we know, Finland used to become one of the most innovative countries in the world. It has been declining since, but a lot of those stuff we created from scratches, they came alive and they scale up. And the key was that we managed to get a bunch of people who actually made the change to happen, so-called change agents. And more recent challenge in my life, I was actually parachuted to Vietnam over a decade ago, and I have been working and living there all these years. I came now back to Europe, let's say 6 months back. So I have a fresh experiences from Vietnam when I was given a task, make Vietnam innovative. Can you imagine? So, communist country, top down, no human rights, very restricted, everything, and the government wanted to control everything. So how to promote the societal change in that kind of country? So that was the challenge, and it was quite an exercise because I got a lot of pressure from people from the government who wanted to stop me doing actually anything. They actually said that go home, give me the money, give to us the money and go away. And but I got the chance actually to set up my own team. I ran away from the government and started to work for startup ecosystem in Vietnam. And how we did it? So we recruited actually only 20 people in the beginning and started to coach them to become people who promote this change in the society, in business communities. So we went through the whole country of 67 different regions, over 100 million population. So we cultivated actually the seeds for the change by using those change agents. And we trained them, we gave them tools how they can work, and later we also gave them projects. Each of them were responsible for support different business projects. And that's the way everything gets started. So it's really important that we educate, we facilitate those people who are actually promoting the change, and that we ensure that they can work independently and professionally, so that they are not actually directed by any, governments or any other interest groups, so that they can actually create a trust in the communities. And I see in this microrayons problemacy is about the same, how to reach out to people and how to actually gain their trust. And it's very important. And it's all about learning. So when we have to get things start moving, and we are learning by doing. That's the key thing. And when we get first like a pilot project running, and we then have first early success, so we get a lot of interest, and a lot of other people, they start to do the same, actually to replicate what we have been doing. So it's not a very good idea that we start study and dig deep. We go to ask everyone what they want, because you don't get the answers, you get the problems. The deeper you dig, the more your problems you have in your hands. So that's not the right way. You should actually jump into water and start swimming. So get things done and then learning through the process. And then the second, another side of the coin is that then we should influence. We should influence the decision makers, politicians, and all the people who are actually having decision-making power, because we have to change the way of doing things. So if things are not working today how we want, we cannot build on existing structures. We have to create the new structures, a new way of doing things. So then we can actually get societal changes happening. And it's not enough that we educate those change agents, and we have to support them all the way along when the process starts to work. So we need to ensure that there is enough interaction, conferences like this today, MadCity, and all kind of other social activities and workshops for continuous learning. So we have to actually bring from outside some experts. We need constantly feed kind of inputs to the process. So because we cannot know everything, and we don't know the solutions. So we have to look from outside some help. So how we actually did in Vietnam, so because it's pretty interesting that we started with a handful of people which went through our training. So this, at the end, in a few years' time, we got over 300 change agents educated, and they started to run the show themselves without any incentives. So at the end, when we stopped the program, we had 20,000 people educated. And everyone told me that universities will not join, they will not support the development because you don't give any money. So we made open calls for universities if they want to adopt this kind of training courses for startup ecosystem and establishing incubators and all the rest. So at the end, we got over 50 universities which educated hundreds of people to becoming change agents. So this is the thing I wanted to share with you, that don't rely too much on the inhabitants, and let's say everyone, you have to educate and arm those change agents which actually can run the show and then get the societal changes happening. Thank you.